everybody? This is Jay, aka the Moderate Texan. How are you guys doing today? Couple of things I wanted to say. We're gonna have Jordan in on this with us. He's gonna come in a little later. He's got some work to do. But check out his YouTube and his Twitter below. Just like mine, we're free to interact with you at all times. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to this video if you like the content I've been putting out these last 6 weeks. And also, as always, what do you need me to pray for? And I'll go ahead and I'll take care of that. As you guys all know, this is the Moderate Texans podcast. We're going to be taking a look at week 6, but it was a bye week, so there's no real video for me to kind of go over. So we're going to be looking at some older stuff, some stuff that didn't make the cut. But I add a new little segment in today as well, where we're going to be looking at one of 32 of what I think are the top prospects in this NFL draft. And of course, we're always going to have our quick side note. So let's go ahead. Let's get started with that. Let's look at the quick side note. So today, on the quick side note, I really wanted to discuss the Astros. Not because I'm wearing this nice Texans jersey here and I go to Houston quite often, or because my wife is from Galveston and she loves the Astros, but because I am really getting tired of this Astros are cheaters argument. Like it's getting old. Did they cheat? Yes. That's not debatable. That's not something that we're going to argue against. They did cheat. They did it. Like that's neither here nor there, right? Like this happened, y'all. But the reality is that happened in 2016, 2017, and they haven't been caught for anything since. Is it something that happened in the past? Yeah. Did it affect the game? Not so much. And here's why. I'm going to give you some reasons. First, what did they do? They were sign stealing using video equipment, right? And then they were using a trash can to beat on it so that people could hear like what pitch was coming, right? 1 for fastball, 2 for sinker, whatever that may be. It doesn't matter, right? The reality is sign stealing does nothing besides let you know which pitch is coming. So the only advantage that the Astros gained was probability, right? What is going to be probability is going to be higher that, oh, this pitch will be a ball, this pitch will be a strike, so on and so forth, right? But they still have to hit the ball, regardless if the pitch is going to be a strike, most likely, or not. They still have to hit it. Does it make their on-base percentage a little bit better because they get walked more? Yeah, but they've been performing the same way after the cheating scandal, right? They're still able to hit the ball. The sign stealing did not affect their defense. Their defense was legit. They already had good pitching, right? These are things we can't debate. They had good pitching. They had good defense, right? They were the ones that started the shift. These aren't things that you're going to take away from them. They were already doing this. I think what the problem with most people, and feel free to debate. If you have issues and you want to drop comments on this, go ahead and do it. I'll be happy to respond. But the only thing I think that the Astros, the people are mad at the Astros about is that the Astros have continued their run of excellence, right? Most teams, when they fail, or when they not fail, but when they cheat, they tend to fail shortly thereafter, right? Garrett Cole, after he left the Astros and went to the Yankees, then he gets caught for using stuff on his hands, right? Some sticky stuff on his hands, and now all of a sudden his ERA goes through the roof. These things happen, right? That's what you're used to seeing. Oh, they got caught for cheating. Now they should be bad. But the Astros have laughed in the face of that. So what does that mean for all of us going forward? All of us baseball fans, all of us sports fans, all you Astro fans out there. Astros are my second team. I'm a Cubs fan first, just so y'all know. I know how my Cubs have been, but hey, we've won a World Series just like the Astros, and I'm rooting for y'all this year. I really want the Astros to win. But What should we be looking for, Astros fans? What should we be looking for? Everybody else in MLB fans? Just enjoy the run. They're going to be good for a while. But we don't know how long that while is. Enjoy the defense they're playing. That shift craze that they started, right? It's good. It's getting banned. So that's going to be against them as well. We'll see if they're as good next year. Enjoy their pitching. Enjoy Verlander while he's there. Enjoy the players that can hit the ball. Astros fans went from Carlos Correa to Pena. And Pena's showing out. That's some good stuff, y'all. All right. Jordan isn't going to be able to make it today, so I'm just going to jump right in to the plays here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. The first play, let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. This first play is in the Chargers game. So let me go ahead and get my screen shared real quick so y'all can see. All right, y'all can see my screen. We're good. All right, so let's go ahead and let's play this. Let's see what's going on here. All right. So y'all see here, this play is a throw to Mike Williams. As you can see, the defense looks like we got single high safety coverage here. It looks like it's man straight up off the bat, right? We can see that. Looks like we're going to bring a lot of pressure, right? It looks like we're about to blitz here. This is what Justin Herbert is seeing pre-snap. He's seeing, possible blitz coming, but I'd be willing to bet that this is about to turn into Tampa 2, because that's just what this defense does. No, it's actually man coverage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like it's actually a blitz. We have 5 back here. There's actually 6 down here. That's interesting. So we do have a little bit of a blitz here. So we have man coverage right here. This is Mike Williams versus Derek Stingley. Straight off the bat, you guys know my mantra. If he's even, is leaving. He's even, right? That should mean that he's leaving. But everybody else is sticky. This is plaster coverage here. We're doing really good in man. Stingley gets his head around. Stingley stays with him. For all the junk that Stingley's been getting for not being able to hang with big receivers, he is not beat here. That is great defense. And this is something that I didn't get to show last time when I reviewed the Chargers Texans play. This is something that you've been wanting to see from Stingley. This is that number 3 pick skill that we've been seeing here, right? You want to see this level of stickiness from him. And you're seeing it right here. He's growing before our eyes. All right. This next play, though, let's get to the next play real quick. Let me hide this. This next play is going to be a little earlier in the game, and I'm going to show it. And I might have showed this in the first time, but I wanted y'all to hear something. So I was at this game. This particular pass is going to go to Nico Collins. And what I want you guys to see is Nico's here. He's on J.C. Jackson, who, as we said in the video with the Chargers, right, Nico Collins is going up against J.C. Jackson. And J.C. Jackson at the time was considered to be a top 5 CB. This year he hasn't played so well, and maybe he's injured, but maybe he's getting figured out. Maybe he's just not meshing with this Chargers D. I don't know. But he's been cooked. He was getting cooked all game by Nico Collins. So let's kind of take a look here. Oop. Nico's open. He's in space. This ball could be thrown. Now, I could understand Mills not wanting to throw this on a rope because he's got this guy here, but he's got to let this ball go. He's got to let it go. He's got to be anticipatory and get this ball to Collins. And that's where he wants to go. His other issue is that he could have stepped up in the pocket, and we'll see it from the other angle, right, as we get to that other angle here. Let's take a look, and you'll see what I mean in a second. And this is something that Mills has kind of struggled with all season, right? He's here, clean pocket. Nobody's within 5 yards of him. Starts to collapse. Look at all this space he's got over here. Look at what Tunsil hasn't moved. Look at that. All he's got to do is step over 2 steps and step up in that pocket, and everything's good. But here's the thing that I really wanted to show y'all, and I'm gonna show this from a little bit of a different angle here. So let me stop sharing real quick. Let me bring up the play so that y'all can see it. Give me a second here. Let me share here. Let's share the screen. And hopefully, I don't know if y'all will be able to hear the sound of this, but if you can, just let me know in the comments. So I'm gonna tee you off real quick on this play. When it happens, this is the same play, by the way. It's just the live, the recording, the broadcast that was there. In this play, the crowd is literally pointing out Nico. You can hear it. Actually, you can actually hear the crowd saying, "Nico, Nico." I want y'all to hear that. If you can, let me know. If you can, it's fine. It's whatever. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but let me try it one more time. The very beginning there, that loud sound, that's literally the crowd yelling Nico. Everyone is yelling for Nico. You can't see it in the broadcast, but you saw it in the All-22. He was wide open. Wide open. Let's get to this next play. I want y'all to be able to see this next play here. So let me stop sharing. Let me bring up this next play. This next play is actually going to be from the Broncos game, I believe. So let's look here. Get ahead real quick. Let's get to this Broncos game. Let me get this up. Let me share my screen. All right. So this play, it's Mills making a bad read, but let's take a look. Let's see what's going on here. So initially we can see it kind of looks someone like we got two safeties back here, but it looks like more of a single high going on here. Man coverage, kind of four coming, two back. You got 5 DBs. Let's take a look. Let's see what's going on. Blitz coming. And he throws this ball across to Moore. Good catch. I think it was actually incomplete here. Let's see. So what do we see here? Mills hasn't thrown the ball yet. We know his middle of the field play is actually pretty good. This is where he tends to be his best. He got open. He's not necessarily open, but this is Brandon Cooks, and he's not in position to follow at the moment. He is in position to break. And this is a linebacker, by the way. And then this is Chris Moore, who's got a man directly on him. The most open throw is right here. I think this is Dameon Pierce. And this ball goes to Chris Moore, who's really blanketed. Right? And that's incomplete. So what did I see here? Why did I want to bring this play up? Well, for me, this particular play, not the best read again, right? This is kind of what we've been seeing from Mills. What should he have done here? He probably should have thrown this ball right here to Dameon Pierce. Yeah, he's going to have to catch, turn around, and make a man miss, but that's what he'd been doing. It's what he's been doing the whole time, right? So that's probably where he should have gone. And if he doesn't go there, this is Brandon Cooks on a linebacker. So this might have been your best throw here. Not saying Chris Moore is bad, but Chris Moore is blanketed. This is not your best throw. Mills has to learn to get better at making these kind of plays, right? So let's move on. Let's see what's going on here. Let's get to this next play. Let me stop sharing. Let me get to this next play here. This will be the last play before we move into some college player stuff real quick. And so this one will actually be this is actually the Bears game, my bad. The last one was the Broncos game. And that Broncos game, that's a bad read, right? As I said, he should have probably hit Cooks there. He probably should have hit Dameon Pierce. But so let me go ahead and let's bring this up. Let's share the screen again. All right. Get the notes out. All right. So this play is the Bears game. As we can see here, it's Bears. So let's look at what he's got. Man coverage, too high, right? This looks like it's going to be something of cover 2, maybe some blitz going on here. Cover 2 man, something like that. Let's take a look at what's happening here. So we rush 4, maybe a delayed blitz, maybe a spy here. Everybody's pretty much got sticky coverage, and we got this safety over the top here. Ooh, Chris Moore gets open, and Mills finds him. Now I know we like to rag a lot on Davis Mills, but this is a good play from him. He lets the play develop. He scans the field, and he finds an open receiver. I think that's Brisker right there, actually. And that's all we're asking Davis Mills to do. And he throws it on time. That's the thing. He's not a little late here. He's actually on time. This is what we want to start seeing from Davis Mills. Will he do this in the second half of the season? I don't know. I really don't. What I would like to see from Davis Mills kind of moving forward is Davis Mills is really good when the play is sped up. The play is sped up, he starts to get in rhythm and he starts to make throws like this that are anticipatory, that are on time, and that are open. And that's kind of what we want to see there. All right. Those are the plays that I really, really liked, but they didn't get the chance to make it. So let me go ahead real quick. Let me pull some stuff up. Give me a second as I do that. All right. Give me a second here. Almost there. Okay. All right. So let's jump into this next bit here. What's going on here? There we go. All right. Let me go ahead and let's share this screen. All right. So as I mentioned, I wanted to kind of go into my player that I really think is a top 32 player, and a player that I really think the Texans should get. Andrew Voorhees. If y'all aren't fans of scary movies, I'm sad for you because his last name sounds like Jason Voorhees' last name. I know that's a little crazy with this. I would have told him no on that. But this is what we're wanting. He is a mauler, y'all. He's awesome. He's ridiculously fun to watch. And honestly, when I was watching his film, which we'll show you here in a little bit, I was thinking, this is the most fun film I've watched of an offensive lineman probably ever. Like ever. This is insane. So I wanted to highlight a little bit about him. First, let's get to his bio real quick. Voorhees enrolled at USC in the spring of 2017. So for those of you who don't know, USC is actually a pretty good school. It's a lot of smart people go to this school. It's not something that's really easy to get into. He graduated a semester early from high school in 2017. I want y'all to read that. And he started in the final 9 games of USC as a right offensive guard. So we want a new right offensive guard. He's doing that right now. Right? He played that. In 2018, he started his second season at right offensive guard. And then in his third season, just to let you know, this is the season he graduated. He actually graduated college in 2019 with his bachelor's degree. He's working on his master's. What's good, Matt? How you doing, man? Willie boy, good to see you. He graduated in 2019, so this automatically tells y'all that he's really smart, straight up, right? He's a smart guy, smart cookie. This is what we want to see. Now, he had some injuries, but he comes back. He plays in 2021, and he started at left guard for the first 8 games, and he also played left tackle. So remember, the Texans really like their flexibility in players. They really like that ability to be able to do as much as possible. This man has played tackle and he's played guard. Keep a lookout for that. Look at all these things right here. 2022, he's the most experienced offensive lineman. He's 325. He's 6'6". He's a big boy. Let's go ahead. Let me get this. Let's get this video going here. All right. Let me get to the first play so that we can see what's going on. This is going to be at 34 seconds. Bear with me. All right. Let's get to the play. A couple seconds off. All right. So this first play. What I want y'all to see here is I want you to look. Voorhees is right here. He's number 72, by the way. So he's going to be right here at the left guard. I want y'all to look at his base. I want you to look how wide he gets. I want you to look how he sets, how he gets his hands out quick, and how he engages the block rather than letting it come to him. So let's look at this. Look at this. One-handed, he's holding him off. One-handed, he's holding this player off. 94 was not a factor in this game. He's getting a little help from the center here. But that's good play, right? We want to see this from an offensive tackle that could possibly go opposite of Kenyon Green here. This is what we want to see. Funny that the next play is the next play that I want y'all to see. Look at this. Look at what happens to 94. I'm going to play this again. Watch him. He gets at him, he attacks him, he throws him off, and he's off the screen. Off the screen. This is what you're wanting to see in your starting guard. This man got thrown off the screen. He's a mauler. He's scary. You don't want to go up against that. No one wants to play that. That's craziness. I don't want to be up against that. That's no good. We'll get past this next play real quick, and then we'll get to the last one. So the third play here. So this third play, we've seen so far his upper body strength. We've seen his base and how low he gets. We've seen him be able to push people off the screen, and we've seen him be aggressive. But that aggressiveness can come back to bite him. This is something that it'll work in the pros, right? But they'll work this out of him in the pros. But as y'all can see here, he kind of gets caught up in the wash, right? He makes a pull. He blocks 15, but he kind of gets caught in the wash here, and he stays with this pile when he could have disengaged there and moved on. I would have liked to see that more. Not him kind of stay where he was and then be a little behind and spinning around like that. But overall, pretty good play. But that is something that's definitely going to have to be worked on. And we're actually going to move right into the next play here. Actually, the play after this, but you can see here, 51, he's holding him off one-handed while getting help from the center. Not the best throw from Caleb Williams there. So this play. This is kind of my bad here. I didn't really like this play from him. His aggressiveness can get him into trouble, as I said before. So let's take a look. He gets this stunt. He wants to push him off the ball immediately. He wants to push him off the ball. And that's good. We want somebody to do that. We want him to maul. But we also need you to pay attention to the stunt and not get beat, right? In the NFL, that's a sack. That's possibly a turnover. We don't want that, right? He overcommits here, gets caught up on his player next to him, and that's not good. Right? We don't want that. We need you to play a little better, Voorhees. I know you're scary. I know you're trying to be Jason, but we need you to play a little bit better there. So let's kind of go back to that first play, right? Let's watch that mauling again, right? That he starts to kind of do to start this game. All right, look, holds him off, right? It starts a little timid, just a little timid, but then we start to see the mauling, the aggressiveness. This is what we like, right? I really like this play because this is what we've seen from Kenyon Green as he mauls people. Let's kind of move a little bit ahead because this man pancake blocks a lot of people as well. Let's see if we can see one here, actually. He's right here. No, this is just one of his other blocks. Let's see if we can get one here. Look at that. Look how he handles the spin move. I don't know if y'all realize how hard that is. Handling a spin move like that. That's a quick spin, and he just shuffles. Notice how he keeps his base low. Notice how he keeps his hands engaged. Notice how he keeps them in front of him. He never lets him get around. He's always keeping that body forward. He's always pushing. That's what we're looking for. And that's why I hope the Texans draft Andrew Voorhees real close. It was one of the picks. Maybe in the first round. I don't know if they try and get him with number 32 if they're number one. That number one pick. But I would love to see the Texans grab Andrew Voorhees. He's a great player. I think he can be dominant for our team. And that's what we're looking for. Let's move ahead. Let's get ahead real quick. Let's move up. Let's wrap it up. Some final thoughts on the Astros are playing. I don't want to stay live for too long because I really want to watch that game. And Thursday Night Football is going on. Presented to you by Andrew Prime. Shout out to Amazon Prime. All right. So final thoughts. What are we going to expect after the bye? I don't expect amazing play from the Texans. I expect close play like they've kind of been doing, but I don't expect amazing play going forward. I would like to see the team grow, and I would like to see that growing happen at the quarterback position. I would like to see our secondary continue to get better, Petrie and Stingley in particular. I'd like to see Harris get involved and Tavier Thomas get dropped in there. I want to see the young linebackers, Cashman and Wallow and Harris, get starts so that we can kind of evaluate where we are at linebacker. The players, though, in order to do that, I think we should be looking to trade some players, especially on defense. I think at linebacker, we should be looking to get rid of players like Christian Kirksey and Kamu Grugier-Hill. But if we have to choose between one of them, Kirksey's probably the one that's the higher value. We should probably be looking to trade him. And who should we be looking to trade for? Well, we should try and be getting younger. So if we can grab players like Elijah Moore, who's just asked for a trade, right? If we could try and get young linebackers, young secondary, right? That would be great. That's what we're looking for. We also want to help that wide receiver room. We want Nico Collins to start ascending to that wide receiver one. So how can we get a second, another player next to him and next to Cooks as well? I think Jordan actually tweeted this. And if you're not following Jordan, your Texans thoughts below, right? You want to get that Elijah Moore into the room because he is good. He's not bad. He's just not being targeted. They got Breece Hall out there. They're running the ball very well. And they've got a number one receiver that's pretty nice. So they're throwing it to him. And unfortunately, that leaves Elijah Moore out. Linebacker play in the youth movement. Like I said, we want to get younger. And that kind of ties back to what I was saying for the trades, right? We want to definitely get younger. What does that mean? We got to see. I'm kind of getting tired of this play where the linebackers cannot recover. We saw Garrett Wallow recover really well against Jacksonville a couple of times in that game, actually, and make some good pass breakups and cause incomplete passes. I want to start, and we've seen actually Blake Cashman as well. He should have picked off Justin Herbert, which is. He dropped that, and I'm still not sure I forgive him for it, but it is what it is, I guess. We want to see that more from the linebacker position. It's better than what we've seen from Kirksey and Kamu Grugier-Hill. And we want to see what Harris has. Is he the truth or not? If he is the truth, let him play. And yeah, definitely that's what needs to happen. Matt also brings up another good point, right? We need to see Davis Mills. We need to see him get better at the RPO. We need to see this. Like, it needs to happen, right? Davis Mills went to Stanford, smart dude. He's supposed to be really good. I know he makes jokes. I know he's good on the camera. He's good at talking. I've talked with myself, got a signature. Good dude. but he has got to get better at making reads, particularly in the RPO. And in any case where he has to make a choice between X read or Y, he has to be able to do it. And that's something we need to see in the second half of the season going forward. Will we see it against the Raiders? I don't know. We saw a stat out there that the Raiders are not very strong in the middle of the field, and that's where Davis Mills excels the most. Hopefully, that's what we can get from him. A lot of separation in the middle, a lot of dumping it off there, and just tearing the Raiders up. If he starts to do that and starts reading really well, good stuff. Good stuff. Last little point here is, what do I see for the rest of the season? Honestly, I see us winning 5 games probably. Not for the rest of the season, but 5 games total. I think we probably get a win, one win against the Titans, probably beat the Colts the second time, especially if they continue to lose pieces left and right. I think just because of the emotions of the game, I think we beat the Browns. That's 4 wins right there. And who else is left? The Commanders, maybe. We might get 5, right? We'll probably get 5. Hopefully that's enough for us to get the number 1 pick, but it's definitely enough for us to get a top 5-ish pick. And that's what we really want. Hopefully the Browns continue to lose out as much as they can so we can also have a top 10 pick from them. Questions. What do you guys have for me? Go ahead and throw your questions out there. I'm going to start answering some that I can already see from Matt here. Herbert or T-Law? It's got to be Herbert. So far, Trevor Lawrence has showed us some good stuff, but they've been flashes as to where Justin Herbert has shown us a bit more. He's shown us that he can consistently deliver at a high level. Is that because of the scheme and he's only having to read half the field? I don't know. Is it because he trusts his arm more? I don't know. Is it because he has better hair? That's really Trevor Lawrence who has better hair. I don't know. What I do know is that Trevor Lawrence has made worse decisions that Justin Herbert has in the same situation, Justin Herbert, and I trust Justin Herbert more. So for me, I will take Justin Herbert over Trevor Lawrence, especially because he threw a bad interception on 2nd and 1 in the end zone. And to answer your question, Matt, it was Justin Herbert who almost got intercepted by Blake Cashman. And that would have been great because it probably would have changed the flow of the game. So it is what it is. But hey, the games happen. It's over. We move forward. All right. I don't see any questions, y'all. I know the Astros are playing. Hopefully they're winning at this moment. If not, I really need to turn this game on because they won when I was watching, and I was going ham, y'all, when they hit those back-to-back home runs. It was home run city in Houston, and I definitely need to watch that. All right, as we get going for the night, I just want to remind you guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you want me to focus on for the next video, or if there's a particular player that you guys want me to focus on. And before I do the closing, let's see what Willie Boy P has to ask. Willie said, with the first pick of the Texans, the first Texans pick of the draft, who you taking? I know a lot of y'all want me to say quarterback. If I had to choose but if it's got to be quarterback, I'm taking Bryce Young now. Nah. CJ Stroud season, y'all. But if I have to choose a number 1 player, I'm taking Will Anderson. If I have the first pick, I'm taking Will Anderson. I'm building that defense up and bringing us back next year stronger than ever. Tied 0-0. Good. I'm about to go watch this game. All right. As I was saying before, let's get out of here so we can go watch this game. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment what you guys want me to focus on for the next video. Below, you will also see the links for my Spotify and Apple Podcast. Go ahead and hit me up there as well. And leave comments there. Let me know what you're hearing and what you want me to talk about. So we're not having any more questions, and yeah, I think we will see where the Browns pick is and what we're doing. Yeah. Since we got nothing else, just want to say it's been fun. You guys know it. As we always do, we like to look into the darkness, find a little bit of light, and bring everybody right back to the middle. This has been Jay, the Moderate Texan. We out here.